say ọ̀rẹ́ òbòdò
Awobodo.
ọ̀rẹ́ òbòdò
Awobodo.
ekene m unu
Ekenemu.
ekene m unu.
Ekenemu.
My name is Olivia. I'm she/her. 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 Makandinama. Not only am I she/her, I was born she/her. Because it wasn't until I moved to this part of the world that I started to hear she/her this, what are your pronouns, and all of that. So my pronouns are she, her. And as of today, I'm still I. I've not moved to the realm of they. We are not yet legion, it's still me. So welcome to my channel. Thank you for the reception on the very first video that I posted. I've gotten some really nice feedback, like this one from this friend I've had from Nigeria for a long time. She says for the first time that she's finally thinking of moving abroad and all of that for the first time, and I'm glad, and like I told her, it's not like it's something that is easy from the beginning. I think one of the most difficult parts of relocating to any new country is the mental process of getting ready, right? The process of saying to yourself, I'm going to move. Like body, spirit, and soul being in agreement that you're going to do this. Because there is for me, it took me a few years. If initially it was like my family, mostly my brother, my family, my mom, they were like, oh, are you going to relocate? You should relocate, consider relocating. But stay. I've already promised myself that Nigeria we die here. I already said I'm one of those diehard Nigeria fans that whenever people are talking about relocating, I'll be like, these are not patriotic, they're not seeing the future, what we are seeing ahead, or more. For a few years, people were saying move. Then I thought about like the finances of it. I thought about like the how of it, like how am I going to do this? So I think before the how is this going to happen, there has to first be that understanding that this is something I want to do. I think what defined it for me, what made up my mind for me was um October 2020. And I think the Lekki massacre stuff, and from what I've heard from a few of my friends too, that's kind of like the straw that broke the camel's back for a lot of people. That day I was at home, I was in Lagos, I was preparing to go to that Lekki. My sister-in-law had sent me some money. So I was making abacha. I wanted to take to those just to share for the people who were protesting when the news came. I was cold. I booked the taxi that would take me and all of that. It was supposed to be me and my husband that would go. And the news came. In fact, it took weeks for me to snap out of it. Because I was like, these are people I know. Some of the people there were people I knew. And these are people like everyday Nigerians like me. And this could have been me. So the kind of fear the thing put in my body, I was quite anxious. For weeks later, anytime I hear horn, I would jump. Everything was getting to me. I was so jumpy. Just like this election period now, I'm seeing people post certain things, and it reminds me of that time. And people are scared, some people are angry, people are anxious. It just takes me back, whoosh, back to 2020. You know, after the whole Lekki massacre, the NSAS campaign, I had a miscarriage. That was the beginning of the end of my we die here. After the miscarriage that I had, my business just took a downward. Nigeria is a blessed country, but sometimes, bam, bam, bam. The things that I began to see towards the end, I was scared for my life. I thought I was going to die. In fact, I thought I was dead. There were days I would wake up and think, oh, it's all over. I wasn't sleeping for months, you know. So I finally decided that I reached out to my brother. Told him, see me, oh, like I'm not coping. I'm not coping. I don't understand what's going on. And we began the talk of, do you want to relocate again? And by this time, that whole the whole it's Nigeria or nothing thing, I wasn't so keen on it, because I mean there's life outside Nigeria. So we began to pursue that. I got admission before I came to the UK. I got admission to a school in the US to do my masters. I got admission in the US. I got admission in the UK. But I chose UK because when I compared the two, UK is more, I would like to say, like more family friendly relocating, because when you get a visa, like as a student, when you get a visa, you're able to come with dependents, right? Which isn't so for US. So for that reason and that reason, that was that was like my main reason. I mean, now that I'm here, I've been here for more than a year. I can, off the top of my head, say reasons why I prefer this country to that country. But then the only thing I said was, let the family be together, you know. So that was it. We started to then work towards it. It wasn't the easiest because we had to do proof of fund. Well, I had to get the admission first, do the statement of purpose, the SOP, all the back and forth. Then I got my cars, I applied, I got my uh, visa, and I traveled. Look at something funny happened. The day I got my visa on a Friday, and by Sunday night I traveled. Like I got my visa Friday evening, Friday afternoon. By Sunday, 2 days later, I was already on my way out of the country. In fact, I left Lagos to Abuja because I did my capture and everything in Abuja. Abuja is pretty, compared to Lagos, Abuja is pretty, is faster, right? So I did everything, Gbogbo in Abuja. But I went there, did my capture, flew back to Lagos, did my waited though closer to the time I was supposed to get my visa. Visa hadn't come out. I packed my bag. I said I'm traveling. People were like, what if you don't get the visa? I said, how many people have you heard that applied for admission in the UK, got admission, got their cast, put all their lined up all their ducks in a row, and didn't get admission? Can Kemaga Adiziche? Do you think am I cursed? I mean, if it works for everybody, it will definitely work for me. I have faith in the system. So I packed my bags and then I went to Abuja because my school. Oh no, I booked my flight because obviously the closer to the date it is, the more expensive the flights become, right? So packed my bags, moved to Abuja. Went to Abuja. I went to Abuja, I think, on a Thursday. The next day, my visa came out. That one's probably another story, sha. But my visa came out and I traveled by Sunday. I was gone, gone, gone. So I thank God that the journey has been how it's been. So I would say that if you're planning to travel, the first thing is get it, like figure it out here. Make up your mind that this is what you want to do. And then start sourcing information, start thinking of where you want to go, what country. If you have a family, is your family going to come along? What, where are you going to stay, accommodation, school fees. Start figuring it out, but take it one step at a time. First, do you want to travel, yes or no? If you want to travel, then you can now begin the journey. Right, so I think that's basically been it. Happy New Month! I've missed saying Happy New Month. Here now in Scotland, nobody they tell me Happy New Month. So people here don't really say Happy New Month. They don't celebrate New Month. You say Happy New Month, I was always looking at you like, what's special about the month? But Happy New Month, because it's a new month. It's the month of March. I love you. Subscribe. See you next time.